Hey all, this is Xenoxis. Now we're gonna go to the next Grindspot. And yes, we're gonna begin from the beginning again. It was good, of course, that I had, done one of the Grindspots, that I already played up to that point. And I, said that I was gonna do the thing, but the thing is gonna be very, very different what I do this time around, because now, this time around, we're not gonna steal anything and stuff that. At least from the earlier enemies and stuff there, because, we're gonna be using mostly double growth weapons on this, because Claude is gonna be able to get his double growth weapon in Corel itself and stuff that, and we need to do the gold souls and stuff that. But before we go to the gold souls, of course, we will be getting his double growth weapon. We will get 60 points instead of getting higher, because if you get higher than 80 or 90, I think it is, not higher than 80, I think it is, what the threshold is, because 60 is the threshold for the plus, but I think it's after 60 basically, as long as you get higher points than 60. So if you get 70, then you get the next step, which is the Force Stealer. But 60 points gives you the 80 plus, and 80 plus technically you receive later. And there's only one boss that you benefit from getting like Force Stealer, because there's only one boss that you get to do with the Force Stealer equipped, unless you're getting random encounters, right? And the only fight that you will benefit from is the fight of the cargo ship. Now technically though, the cargo ship is actually a good place to grind. We might actually grind on the cargo ship for a while, even though it's not one of the grind spots. And that's just because in the cargo ship, you can actually go into the room where the boss is, get the wind slash and get out. It's something you can do. But of course, having Force Stealer at that point means that then Force Stealer becomes better, depending on how long you grind on the cargo ship and how much money it gives. That's right. And I already know what color we're gonna go for, so memory, weight, and battle speed. Quicken up the message, but not that much. And actually, we're actually gonna go with restore first, so we can gain access to it easier. Just drop some specific I think 96 is gonna have to be the highest we can go, basically, to make it really good. I think. Okay, and it's 80 here. But because I think that's good. Let's go with 80 actually. And I'm gonna go with actually 60 here instead. 60. And then the 32 is here. I guess. Right, that looks more correct. Right, and then nothing here. So I can loot it twice, so we don't have to loot this one. we're gonna be doing things quite differently this time though. When we're going through here. It did take a while to get the colors right though, so yeah. So Junon. The significant that it's Junon early, basically, so it's early. Because you're doing the grind early and stuff that. And he will be called. Wait, will he be called the? Because Barret might be the second best to use actually for this. Because he has a high HP pool, that's a very important thing, that he has a high HP pool. But Red 13 has a better HP pool. And Red 13 has a higher magic stat than Barret has. Like Red 13 over Barret. And negates it. Although technically if we get Yuffie could also work. And stuff that. Even though Yuffie does require a few fights. And this time around we're actually gonna sell less, so we're gonna like order the stuff less and stuff there, because I know that we're wasting actually a lot of times in the menus and stuff there. And if we, for example, if we don't save immediately now, then that's actually better to do. And stuff there that we actually wait with when we save. Because that's going to be better and stuff that. It's actually better to wait, for example, and then, for example, when we're going for example, to the, what do you call it, anyway, you're gonna see what I mean. It also is the fact that, yes, it takes time to save as well, you know, and stuff like that, yeah. I mean, we could theoretically also do the skip, right, but I don't remember how to do the skip. We could try and save at that point, though. Something we could actually do. So yeah, when you have these active all the time, you can use these basically. You can use the feed it before it even uses a laser. And sadly, defeating it with a limit break or anything, it doesn't increase what you receive. Yes, it gives you the most out of any of the fights in the first reactor and stuff that, which is nice. And I am gonna try and do things quicker than normal and stuff that, because you know, actually stealing from some of the enemies actually does waste a lot of time, especially if you're not high enough level and stuff that. Of course, if you had a bunch of levels, for example, before you get to the Xenoxis building, for example, if you were level 30, or level 20, even when getting into the Xenoxis building, then stealing the stuff would be way easier. But I would also say that there's something called critical steal, I feel like, because sometimes from a certain enemy, even when you're at the same level, sometimes you're required 10 tries, sometimes 15 tries, sometimes 20 tries before you steal something. But then sometimes you steal on the very, very first attempt, and then, oh, but you have a 1 in 15 chance, or you have a 1 in 10 chance, or a 1 in 20 chance. But then it's bullshit. All of a sudden, when you just steal it on the first attempt of a battle, then it doesn't feel like, oh, you got that 1 in 20 chance, but then it feels more like it's a critical steal, because it kind of sounds different also when it happens, because it's kind of like a loud sound when you steal sometimes, and it gets on the first try. Like it sounds different, pretty much. We are taking the shortest, or not. I was gonna select the shortest dialogue option there, but yeah. We are actually gonna be fighting them here, even though you technically don't need to. And that gives us cross slash. You can see that's what happens when you don't have the thing, you know. But I believe all of these right give you negative points for Barret or whatever because you don't care about making it to the train time. Something. And yeah, it would be cool actually to get seed materia like early and stuff that and see if like the first reactor enemy actually has something and stuff that like the random those enemies have something. And it's weird, right, that they make it so that you can steal from certain bosses but then not from certain other ones and stuff that because if you were trying to steal from other bosses on this one, all the bosses that you can steal from, none of the bosses has anything. So then how are people expecting on this to all of a sudden now the bosses have stuff? Like now the Turks actually have stuff. Because on this 2 is when you can see the Cedric tough ring and maneuver band. And I believe you end up with 3 Cedric, 2 tough rings, and 1 maneuver band if you do all the steals. Because of all the fights you can encounter. But that's of course because a lot of fights do have drops on the turrets. Do you think you would fight for me? He's very cute. And he does gorilla behavior. I never like thought about that he does the wah wah wah. Monk. And nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide or see the boss. Nitrous brio. So because you cannot see her, I think she has in the hair there at that point, yeah. It's so bad, I knew the inputs for this before. I used to know this input, I used to be able to actually, I was actually very good at, I think I've done this once though, this input for this and stuff that, but the thing is, the input at the, like the skip that you can do, the skip, like not this one. Like this dialogue doesn't take that long because you can use mash here and it doesn't take that long. Although I believe before they had it so you could use the triple speed in the train. You could actually do that before and then you could actually use an scenario much quicker. But then there was a problem that people went into the other screen too easily. You could figure that several times, you could figure the god coming out like several times and stuff like that, and I'm not gonna care talking to them again here. But yeah. And here we're gonna do a very important save here because we are gonna try a few times because if we can get this skip, then that skips the 5th reactor, it skips actually getting to name Aeris. And you will actually get named Aeris by default, I believe. I forgot, but I also think that changes her level that she starts with, that she actually starts at level 1 if you do this. And stuff that which is pretty damn unique. That you can get her to start at level 1. But it actually does have an advantage because then you get more control over what her stats are. Kinda because then you can actually get a better growth than what she gets normally. But I mean, technically we could do the stuff in the area first, before we do this. Because if you get in there with low stuff, then you will also miss out on a few things, so yeah. We are actually first. But right, don't you get forced onto the train? When you Right, because you need to do the stuff here. We need to do the stuff here basically if we want to get there we go. Yeah, we're not gonna go talk to Tifa either here. Because the thing is you need to wait until the next day to get the thing. But maybe the skip is not possible here. Like I'm gonna save into the second slot by the way. I could just make it super dark. And some more them and stuff there, but yeah. And I'm just gonna match. Or I think the thing that gives you the most positive points is selecting solid or whatever, but yeah. But the character doesn't actually say that, but it's just, you know. The thing though is if you do this skip with you cannot do the skip with Tifa, right? Because that screws things up. I think you have to do the skip earlier actually. But the reason why I don't want to do the skip is because you miss out on all materia. And that all material you can never go and get again and stuff there because you don't actually get to go back there, which is always weird to think about, right? That you never get to go back to the, you know, the place. So you miss out on all material and stuff there, but yeah. Because the thing is, the reason why I want to do this stuff here basically is and whatever you do, don't do the tutorial because there's no way to like skip through the tutorial. I think there used to be in the original game, there used to be like a skip that you could do. So put them both in the back row. Put everyone in the back row for now. We're not gonna bother with materia either. We could get iron bangers, of course, but and then get all materia. Precious just get the ether. Okay. Now I don't know if it's doable at this point. Right, let's just make it so that we can tell the difference here. So we can easily tell the difference here between the two slots. Because obviously this looks different enough to be different. Right, you see it here. I think it's down right, you press right. Or is it down left? You press. I forgot what it is, if it's like that you have to be at a certain location or whatever, right? Or do you like just build up speed if you do this, right? You do this and then like you get like super speed, and then with super speed you just want past them. I'm not sure how to get super speed here. So we get a bunch. For example, normally even if you use 3 times speed, by the way, the speed you get here is way faster than 3 times speed. You notice like this is way faster now. So it's like... but isn't it like that you just walk from here to a certain setup and then you can just get past them? Or whatever it is. Because I know the passing is on this side, that you get past them. It's over here somewhere where you get past them. Right, because I don't think this has been patched out, I don't think, because... But I almost got it there. I got very close there. I think you just need to wiggle here. You just need to find the correct thing here and then just... And that's close, very close to touching it, because... Isn't it just that you hold like you do R1 and you do... Isn't it just that you use R1 or L1 or whatever it is, right? I think it's R1 and one of the directions, I think it is right. That you do to do this. Because you basically get stuck at a certain place and then you just wiggle in to the spot, right? Isn't it? Yeah, you see, because this is way faster than the normal like running speed and stuff, that's yeah. Isn't it just that you talk to him and then you press a certain direction or whatever, right? And you press like right every single time. You press like, you press down and then you press right and then you press down and then you press right. I'm gonna try matching the down right input here. Or is it? I think it's actually that angle here. I think it's that angle and then you do something. Yeah, this. Oh, I think I found it. This number box is going up. I think I'm going. I think I'm being pushed on pixel forward right each time I talk to him, is it? I think right. Is it in the middle? Is it down here like skip in the middle? Or is it just that you run against them? Is it just that you do like do a setup and then you just run straight down? Is it that you walk like you walk up to here, so then you just hold straight down and you just run? Because see, that's so close there. That seems like super close. And then it just feels like maybe you just run through them somehow. Okay. Okay, so maybe it's just a certain setup here. Is it just that this is like... Is it that they made this longer out now? Is that the thing? Damn, I should have looked this up before. I used to be so good at this. I used to be able to do this and then just run past, but maybe that's not how you do it anymore. Or is it just between them that I need to stand? Is it just like I need to do this? Is it just that you used to do these here, like... That you just need to hold L1 and R1 down, or do you just like... Is it just that you need to go at a certain specific angle to get in? Or do you need to do it with the D-pad? Wow. I felt like I was pushing in there somehow. Because it's basically like you take the corner in a certain way, and that's when you almost get it. No, I think it's actually this angle here that it's just like there is just something that gets you pushed in between them once you like find it. I think it is a certain spot just that you immediately just get pushed past them. Or there is a certain place where you stand, where you just basically hold that direction. Or is it that you just do this? Just hold the diagonal right. Yeah, this is it. You hold it and then you just press circle, and each time you do, because circle is the run button, actually so you need to do with the D-pad. So you need to hold the D-pad, and then basically like pressing like circle does, I think that does it. I don't know, did you need to hold like circle and like R1 also? Because you see there, it looks like we're moving closer to him. Because it's the circle button, it's actually holding down run, or holding a certain specific direction that gives you it. As long as I don't move like upwards. Come on, we're almost. Because you can see there how close the foot is. Because I think it is that you push with the circle, right? Because circle is what you need to hold into the run. And I think it's about matching it. But I don't know if it's just that you need to match it with the R1 as well, maybe? I think it's so it will be this. But I don't know. I don't remember, did you have to talk to it? Or did you have to talk to the guard? Or is it just that you talk to the guard and then you move past them? Right? Is it one of those like you talk to? No, they used to talk automatically, right? Wasn't that the thing? It's frustrating because I don't know if they patched it or not. It's just super frustrating. It's just that fun that I need, man. talk to him, maybe you just need to press down and do this. But I don't know if I'm actually getting closer or not, you know, that's the whole thing. Because the thing is that you need to get pushed in a direction like of talking to them, or that pressing the release. For example, you see you walk, you get this basically, is what you're getting when pushing like this. You get this. And then it's somehow like there is a certain angle though to this. It might just be that I don't need to talk to them, and that it's just like it is just this over and over, and then you just need to find the angle. But maybe it's just that we have 3 times speed on, maybe that was the problem. But maybe you can use the read with it. Right, it definitely seems like you can get very, very close to them, and then you cannot move to the side. It definitely seems that if I only remember the inputs, then I would do this in no time basically. Like that's just the thing that I don't remember the inputs. Like it's just right, left, down, right, left, down, right. I don't know why I would think that this would be the input, but you know. Left, down, right, down, left, I mean. Left, down. Right, down, left, right, down, left. Maybe it's reversed. Oh, this is so frustrating, man. Okay, we have to use stop here. It might not be doable at that point. Because see, again, I don't want to do this too long here. Whoa. Right, this is it. Isn't it? Isn't it this that causes it to happen? That this is what allows you to get. It doesn't even show you the transition here, but there is a transition here. It's 100% here, but it's like... But I don't know what inputs I need to be doing, that's the main problem, right? Like I don't know if we do get pushed in a certain direction here. I guess it's just that, it's just like trying to go here several times, and then it's just like a very, very specific pixel that you get, because it's basically you find a pixel. Like usually what I remember, like before it used to be really, really slow, because then people used to have to like wiggle and stuff there, but it was like a certain setup that got you it every single time. And I forgot where exactly it was. Because I think first you don't use 3 times speed. you do like this or something, and then it's just like you just hold a certain direction down or a certain other direction, then you just immediately like, but I forgot if that is, or if it's just like walk here, then when you're here you do this. It's just you hold this down so you get closer here, and then you hold this down, and then you like need to take this corner a certain way. Is it that you hold down this? Like you can't take the corner tighter than that, I think, because it's supposed to be like there is a setup that is just like there is supposed to be like a setup where it's like there's a setup where you can just basically walk past them, if I'm remembering correctly, that there is supposed to be like a very there is a very specific input here that you do, but I forgot what it is, if you need to press the run button or if it's just slightly like, you know, or if you need to be in the middle here and then do something. If it's just like, oh, you used to do this now, because we saw there we were very, very close there, but then it's just that I don't know the inputs, that there is supposed to be an input that actually moves you closer down. Like, I don't know, do you just press the run button several times, or what is it that you do? Like, what is the actual input, you know, and stuff like that, and this is just like, oh, you have to talk to him, or is it that you don't have to talk to them? You know, what is the actual input? Wait, these ones doesn't do anything, holding down L2 and R2, right? This is not that. Because I used to think that holding down these allowed you to pick ones in a certain way. Because it's just that you do a certain input here, and then it's just that you end up with like very, very close to where the edge is, and then it's all about like doing, because all you need is one of the feet to touch where the black part is on the screen, and then if you do touch that, it just transitions into the other screen. You can see here we're very close to getting it here. Like you can see we're getting like very, very close to where he is. It's just that at this point we need to figure out what the input is. But then of course if you do the wrong input, you just end up being far further away again. Look at that, how close it is. I think it's wiggling when you're near him. Is what does it. You go like this, you do like almost like you do from one corner to the next, you do like a wiggle like this. But I don't know if it's just this that you do several times and it pushes you forward, or is it that you have to do it with one massive circle? Is it just gonna be like this? Like I'm doing it with no, you cannot do it with that, because then you don't. It really feels like I am pushing it though. I am getting further down, yeah, I am getting further down. Because it's just on the very, very edge now. So this kind of seems to work. But I don't know if it's like... I need to talk to him. That pushed me. Damn it. I know that the thing is that you used... Normally you can use run past. Oh man. This is so frustrating because you see there, like it's... I definitely feel that I have wiggled into him. But then I don't know if is it just that I just hold... do I just hold both L1 and R1? See, that's also very close. I just need to talk to him several times and then just hold it. No, wait. Just stay put. Yeah, okay, we need to find that angle again. Where the fuck is that angle? Oh man. So wait, if we do this angle here. Damn it. Moved out of it. Moved out of it, man. Is it just that it's stuck? No, not the 3 times speed, damn it. I know that I'm so close to getting there, but you see, now I'm further away than I was before. And we are further away than I was before. I think we are, but I'm not 100% certain because I don't remember the correct inputs, and I don't know if it is that you need to talk to them or not, or if it's just, oh, you smash this direction and circle all the time until you're not close enough. Or is it just a hidden angle? Is it just like oh, you need to somehow wiggle in here? Is it just you go up to this point, you just run in, go up to this point, run in, go up to this. Because there is a way to run completely straight, and then just down. Was it from this pillar that you did the setup? Though, is the question. Because I think there used to be a spot where you did this. You used this basically from somewhere, and then you just ran straight down, and then you would get it like every single time that used to be a thing. But obviously I think they have moved them, that they've actually moved them more to the left, that they actually used to be more in the middle before, or this was not a thing here anymore. I don't know, man. I mean, I wish I could get it, man. See, when you're there, you can't face to the right. Okay, so it's there. I used to wiggle around there, I think, and I would just get it by mistake. I would just need to wiggle around there. Not with 3 times speed on, but I would just need to wiggle around here, I think, and then we just get it randomly. I was hoping that that was going to be the case, though. I don't remember where it is anymore. I know that there is a certain way to do it, like just... There's a certain specific way you stand, and then you just run, and I don't know if it's a diagonal run that you do, and then you just get it every single time, that you can just run in between them, or whatever I need to do to just work. Because right, it is used that you adjust your positioning to a certain place, and then you press diagonal down here, and then you just get in. Right, this is used that, oh, you just need to find a specific spot here, and then it's just like, because obviously you can get in further down here somehow, and then it's just like, come on, Joe, dance now. Imagine if it's just this, boink, 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 boink. Now I don't know if it is that you have to hold both L1 and R1 or whatever, you know, and stuff that, or is it something else that you do, like, so this is just something simple as, you know, like, you just press down on circle, you know, and you smash those two, or you stand in between them here and then you just, you know, mash down on circle or whatever, you know, or you just smash all the one and all while holding down, or, you know, do whatever. I fucking hate this, man. It's so fucking retarded and stupid. Like, it's just like, so it's not doable anymore. And the main thing is, once you start uploading with PlayStation, once you start uploading with it, for example, you can, you know, things get pretty bad. Yeah, if this would fall down, it would pull down the controller with it. It would actually be really bad if it did. Sometimes it can be dangerous. Right, so then we're just gonna... We're gonna have to do it from here. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing you can do there. So, yeah. I don't know if they use the patch it out, because I never used that problem doing that before. I used to be able to get that skip like consistently all the time and stuff. That it's just like. But before, of course, I knew what the input was, because there's a specific input you do use, and then you get it very quick or whatever. But it might just be that it's not doable anymore. Because the great thing about this skip up, this not only skips the one in tunnel. This skips the whole falling down, having to name Aeris, having to do the church thing, having to even like visit her house, because you end up being able to go into War Market and then you do the War Market scenario immediately and stuff that way. You know, so it's like really good. Can't just skip that. I think it is you can buy the iron bangles and stuff like that, and yes, you can buy the title bangles as well, you know, and stuff like that, but yeah. Just, yeah. And these triggers have the bad thing when you get down here and stuff like that. I mean, this is of course going to be really annoying, of course, because, you know, we spend so long time doing it, you know, but hopefully doing it at a long time, people will see what it is that you need to do, or if it's even doable anymore. Because it might just be that it's not doable anymore at all, you know, and stuff like that, and it's just, you know. But then this guy that gives you the high potion. And this is where you wait. So, but you don't want to wait too long here, Because if we wait too long, then it gets harder to talk to him, which we did once, you know. That's because then he runs there, and nowhere to run. That's right, to give us back. I was just talking to them, they was checking, but there's nothing. Of course, here you can see the shimmer goes knocked out and stuff like that. Now the question though is this connected somehow to the place in District 2 and stuff like that? The thing is, you know, like, the question is like, have they fixed it, you know, and stuff like that, and then why, you know, why fix it in this specific version, you know, and stuff like that, like, that makes no sense, you know, like, why fix it, you know? But yeah. Just so you get the ether there. And there's nothing bad by on this screen, like there's nothing like hidden items on this specific screen, which is a bit odd. Then again, there's a potion here. And then here's the tent. And actually yesterday I had problems with pressing the button upstairs. Again, which I normally get on the first try. But I was doing it, I think, with actually the 100% correct timing, but I just bugged out. Because I did what seemed to be that I was basically like less than a frame off. I was like half a frame off or something like that. Which just felt like really, really weird. Because I was basically, the sound was basically, I was pressing it at the same time. But just because of running 3 times speed, it's even, you know, bigger. How much longer? Okay. And the thing is, of course, our weapons are actually gonna, I think, matter a bit. Yeah, ether there. Because it doesn't matter if you don't get it on the first try. There's no way we lose this fight. Good. And you get that item back here, of course, which is nice. I'm not thinking about actually getting Titan bangles instead of getting the mithril armor at this point, actually. Because we're gonna have to use our money differently. Because we are gonna want to have some slots here for certain things. So let's do the setup here and do that, but we're not going to be using Aeris at all. Here we're going to be, because I think I remember how I did it, because it's just the barrel that's closest to the screen, that's the only one that you don't use. And I believe it's this one first. If you use the other one, you can actually try to kill her kinda, and then she gets very, very mad. And it's the only barrel that can actually end up being close to her. And it's this one. And then finally it's this one. Because I know what the order is, you know, and stuff that, and you know, this is only important if you're gonna, you know, if you're gonna actually defeat them and stuff that, yeah. And we're gonna start, of course, recording immediately when this one stops. Now we could, of course, you know, start the upload earlier and stuff that, rather than having to do the upload at the later spot, but yeah. It's pretty fun because you can actually, first off you can go here, by the way, for whatever reason, but you can also go in here, and it is a bit weird, right, that you can go back here and then she doesn't even say anything and stuff that, like, it's weird. It's very odd indeed. But we're gonna rush to this location first, to get out the paradise flag number 1, because it's important to get all the paradises. Because you do get some good stuff hidden drawer and leave it. Because he used it to get us good style thing in Walmart market and stuff like that, but yeah. So we're gonna stop now and start the next one.